Hey guys, welcome to another Deal Structure Sunday. As usual, we're going to twist it up a little bit here. What has been a discussion often on the strategy calls, which leads me always to believe, okay, I got to put something out there to explain it better, is we have different levels of associate. And although there are benefits galore as you climb the ranks, forget numerical, there are benefits that are amazing, like community, like high six benefit. There's all kinds of cool things as you go up the ranks and who you work with. Like I work very closely on a daily basis with the high six, and Zach does some of that as well. I wanted to today just go over numerically only. So block out all the benefits that I think are much more important and just going over, okay, if I do 10 deals as a starter, what does that mean compared to doing it as a immersion or doing it as a high six? I think it's great for you to see whether you're doing deals with us now or not, so you can understand the different nuances. Again, not bringing into account at all the benefits you see on the associate comparison chart on the website. So what I'll do now, guys, is I'm going to switch to my iPad and I'm going to help you see the different levels. And then what I encourage you to do is book a strategy call. It's free. And you'll get off that call with some great nuggets and answer any gaps that might be here, because I'm not going to obviously be able to hit everything. And to do that, you just go to smartrealestatecoach.com/action. All right, guys. So here we have, if you look at the comparison chart that is probably flashed right here on the screen for you, you'll see that there's deals 1 through 2, 3 through 4, 5 through 9, and 10 for all the levels. That doesn't change. We've made it quite simple. So it's a 10 deal cap out. What does cap out mean? It means when you're an associate, after 10 deals, you don't have to share any deals with us. Now, when I say you don't have to, you're probably thinking, why the heck would I if I don't have to? Well, sometimes associates come to us and say, hey, can you dump in some money? And if you're high six, we do that. Sometimes associates come and say, hey, I get this one deal I need your expertise on. Can you do it? And I'm willing to give you this percentage. Quite frankly, the newest idea we have going on is we partner in a company with some of the associates. And that means we run the deals with them. And when they get a property, our team entirely gets it sold with Nick doing it. So there's all kinds of nuances, but I'm just going to go over the basic 10 deal cap out, period, nothing else. So let's go right across the board, and then I'll give you the totals here at the end. Then I have some closing comments. So on the starter level, as you'll see in the comparison chart, your keep on the split for deals 1 and 2 is 40%. I'm not going to write it on here because you have the comparison chart. Now, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a simple average deal that is our average paydays of about 75,000. Now, important for you to know that that's conservative because our range with the associate community is anywhere between 45 and 250. I could easily pad this, make it nice and fluffy and say, hey, your average deal is 100 grand. It'd be easier math, quite frankly, but I'm going to use 75 because that's our number. That's our team number. That's our family number. And for those of you watching, that's a disclosure to say, I don't know you. I don't know your area. I don't know your price range. I don't know how you structure deals if we're not involved. I'm just giving you the math on what we do for the 75 grand average. Okay. All right. So if you're a starter, the first 2 deals, heavy lifting with us, first 2 deals at $30,000 each to you. If you're having a $75,000, at the very end, guys, double these numbers. If you want to see what it looks like at a 150 deal, because the owner financing deal is 6 figures, but just throwing it out there. If you are a starter, as you progress down the deals, you'll see in the comparison chart 3 and 4 stays the same. So it's a $30,000 each. So all 4 deals, 30,000. In the 5 to 9 category, as you'll see, you are keeping 50%. So now you're keeping 37,500, and you get a deal with my chicken scratch, but you'll get by. On deal 10, same thing, 37.5. What this totals, if I'm right, and if I'm wrong, by the way, instead of emailing me, just do the math. You get the point. I'm trying to draw the point versus worry about the math. So you're going to earn around $345,000. Okay. Well, on a 75 grand average. Look what happens when we go to immersion. I'm not going to bore you with saying the deal numbers, but all the way through, your take right away with the immersion on is 50%. Then it changes to 60%, and it stays there. So that one, again, pretty simple. When you get all the way said and done, you've done your 10 deals. You learned a shitload, frankly, at this point. you're at about 435K. Okay. Now, the difference there, as you can see, is 90K. That's not a small difference. And you look at the comparison chart, the difference in the program is 25 grand. Now, I could take the numeric off, literally take it off, say you're going to earn the same amount, but you're going to get these services at immersion, the private mastermind, privately coach with Zach, and you're going to get certain things. That's better. You're going to get a website, and mathematically you justify that, but just on the deals, it makes sense because the upgrade is 25 grand, and if you're averaging 75 or better, you're well in excess of 90. Okay, now let's look at the high six. The high six starts out of the gate at 37.5 because you're at 50%. It moves quickly to the 60, obviously, just like the immersion does. But then down here, 5 through 9, it moves to 70%. So you're at 52.5. And again, you start doing like Chad with 2 6-figure deals at 110, 130, those type of numbers. You start keeping 70, 80% of that on top of the learning curve we're walking you through. It's pretty impressive. In the last deal 10 is 60. I messed that up, I think. 45. First deal is 37.5. Next two is 45. We're going to erase this then. Sorry. Then the next deal is 5 through 9 is 52. 5. Sorry. And the last deal is 60. So as a high six member, again, just keeping your numbers solid with that, you're at 487. 5. And again, the upgrade there is about 50 grand. The uptick in dollars is 52.5. Now, this is not ego driven because I coach most of the high six, but I'm telling you that we hang out daily in some shape, form, or fashion. If you're active, we're talking daily, and we're texting daily at least, and we're getting in the trenches. So if you're looking at, hey, should I do starter or high six, and you're looking at making the whole jump, you're at 142.5. I'm doing this math so you don't have to. Now, here's the question for you. Are you joining the community, or you even think about joining the community in order to do deals? Let's think about this. Of course you are. So if you're joining the community to do deals, it's not a matter of do the numbers work. They work phenomenally well. So all that then becomes is, can you get resourceful enough to know that with certainty you can get there? Now, again, as a disclosure, I don't know you. I don't know your skill sets. I don't know your background. Frankly, I don't know the biggest piece of the puzzle, which is your mindset. It's the biggest piece. I know we can help you with that, but the big issue is, will it take you 30 days, 90 days, 180, or 365 to grow mentally so that I can then stack on top of the skill sets and the systems that your mental capacity, your mindset can take. That's key. I hope you catch that. It's key. So aside from the metrics, the mastermind meeting, us doing meetings, us doing deals, the private associate development day before the events, all of this matters. But please remember what I said earlier. You will never outperform, your mental capacity, your mindset piece. You also will never outperform your inner circle. So how important is your inner circle with respect to getting through these levels confidently and predictably? This is not about can I, it's how quickly can I progress through these. Your inner circle does matter. If your inner circle matters, there's no better community than a wicked smart community. It's not about me, frankly, even though I coach High Six or Zach or the team. It's about the community. And the second you're in Slack and you see that, you'll agree. The associate community is just different. In fact, look here at what some of the associates said one night. We were just on a mastermind. I said, hey, type in the chat what you think it means to be an associate. And they wrote it in some comments about the community. Take a peek at that right here. Okay, so here's the question. Is your inner circle presently going where you want to go? And if not, what adjustments or changes are needed? Because as you change your inner circle, as you consciously change that, then you're going to dramatically change your income. Change your inner circle, change your income. Given. It's not if. And here's a silly analogy that I hope you help you think, because it's not stagnant. It's constant looking at changing, tweaking, adding to it. Because a pot of hot coffee, if you leave it in a room at room temperature, eventually it'll cool down, right? cold glass of milk left in a room will eventually warm up, just stagnant. So you're going to constantly be looking at your center of influence, who you surround yourself with, and make that a quarterly, trimesterly, half year, or yearly review, and pointedly surround yourself with the right people. So I hope you enjoyed that deal structure. That's going to give you a good idea of how these different levels work. If you have questions, again, I'd encourage you to go ahead and get with us by way of a strategy call. You're going to get, if you do a strategy call, you are going to get myself, my son-in-law, Zach, or our strategy expert, Brian O'Neill. Brian went from the fall of 19, roughly. It was during one of our specials where we had QLS on sale. Not doing any real estate, 17 years corporate, to 12, 14 months later, 14, becoming a strategy expert for us, crushing it, about to cap out with us as a high 6. And when people say to me, hey, who in the community is dialed in? My answer is Brian. He's got the mindset piece, he's got the skill set piece, he's got the system piece, and he doesn't just have it, you don't have it. He works on all of them. And he tilts the mindset piece heavily weighted. Why? That's the most important. These other things will follow. They'll be dragged by the mindset piece. Does it great. So it behooves you to get a call with him. smartrealestatecoach.com/action. See you soon.